Hey everybody, welcome back. So I have gotten a request. Redenfrost suggested I do the VP series next, and then a couple other suggestions started pouring through. So this is going to be a first come, first serve type thing, which means we're starting with the VP series. This one's a biggie. It's got 7 parts and 4 frames to it. These frames are all built by Arquebus, and are frames favored by Arquebus's Vespers AC squad. As for the names of these frames, I will just pretty much be referring to them as the VPS, the VPD, the VPS 424, and the VPD 424, just to keep things easy. And the first one we're going to look at is the VPS. The VPS is comprised of mass-produced parts. A number of refinements and updates have been made to the strong foundation laid by the preceding model, creating a masterpiece in the realm of second-generation AC parts. The VP44S head part is almost dead center of the pack in weight at 3080, making its 850 AP not too bad, and the defenses are a little above average at 170 anti-kinetic defense, 172 anti-energy defense, and 168 anti-explosive defense. It's also a decently stable head with 432 attitude stability, and a quick system recovery of 136. The scan distance isn't too shabby at 520. It doesn't last too long though, with a 7.2 second scan duration, but the scan standby time is pretty good at only 5.1 seconds. Oh, and the energy load is 148. The core is a VP40S, and it has an AP of 3160 AP with kinetic defense of 427, energy defense of 436, and 389 explosive defense. That kinetic defense is pretty good, but the energy defense and the explosive defense are increasingly more mid. Its attitude stability is a little below average at 446, and Arquebus is flexing their muscles with the 102 booster efficiency adjuster, 111 generator output adjuster, and the 102 generator supply adjuster, all in a package that has a weight of 15,030 and has an energy footprint of 337. The arms are the VP46S arms. The AP is an impressive 2240 AP with energy defense slapping at 252, and a mid-kinetic and explosive defense at 231 and 218. For a somewhat lighter arm, the load limit is nice at 14,520, and the recoil control of 116 means avoiding using things like the Hu Bend for an extended firing period, as you'll just be spraying everywhere. But the firearm specialization isn't bad at 102, and it does even better with melee at 138 melee spec. The weight is in the lower quarter at 14,020, and the energy load is only 278. The VP422 legs are the bipedal leg option, boasting a very light 17,170 weight and equally light 387 energy footprint, though this of course means only having 4,090 AP, but the defenses are still pretty mid with 352 kinetic, 379 energy, and 334 explosive defenses. The attitude stability is only 830, but amongst the bipedal legs that's not bad unless you put on a lot of weight. Similar story with the load limit too. 58,620 isn't bad for only weighing 17,170, and jump distance and height are both an unremarkable 112 and 29. That's basically what I'm calling the VPS. Altogether, it has a 10,340 AP, a kinetic defense of 1,180, an energy defense of 1,239, and an explosive defense of 1,109. The attitude stability is 1,708 with a recovery of 128, which is pretty comparable to the Basho stability and recovery. Target tracking is 90, not bad, and with starter internals and no weapons, the boost speed is 327 and weighs 54,100. The VPD swaps the head and arms with parts derived from an existing model, engineered in anticipation of regular use by the Vespers. These parts feature further improvements to stability. The head is the VP44D and has a little more AP with 880 AP. Avoid ballistic headshots though with that 150 kinetic defense, but that energy defense is 183 and can tank some lasers, and it'll take a good boom 2 with 172 explosive defense. The attitude stability is very good at 496, though it took a good hit in the system recovery at 100. Scan distance is bumped up by 10 to 230 with double the duration at 14.4, but also double the cooldown with 10.2 scan standby time. It's a bit heavier at 3260 and a little thirstier too at 177 energy load. The VP46D arms sacrifice defenses for less weight with 1620 AP, 196 kinetic defense, 230 energy defense, and 190 explosive defense. They don't carry much weight at 11,800 arm load limit, and the recoil control still suffering at 105. But is good with guns and blades at an even better 133 firearm spec than its predecessor, and a slightly better 139 melee spec. They weigh a lot less at only 10,990 and use very little juice at 248 energy load. In total, the VPD frame has 9,750 AP, 1,125 kinetic defense, 1,228 energy defense, and 1,085 explosive defense, with that improved stability at 1772 and recovery at 133. It's just a shame that it had to come at the cost of a little bit of AP. Target tracking is 96, which is a little bit better than the other, and our new boost speed is 331 with a weight of 51,250. The other two variants are both previous frames with the VP424 tetrapod legs instead. The VP424 legs are tetrapod leg parts derived from an existing model, intended for tetrapods deployed alongside Arquebus's bipedal and reverse joint ACs. What reverse joint ACs? They don't have any reverse joint ACs. All I know is their Schneider branch has reverse joint. Anyhow, this model focuses on mobility to enable hovering-based fire support. Its AP isn't super hot at only 4100 AP, but the defenses help clean that up with 366 kinetic defense, 384 energy defense, and 386 explosive defense. As tetrapods do, they are very stable at 1366 attitude stability. It carries over double its weight at 69,800 load limit, but needs help from boosters to jump at 103 height and 18 distance. They weigh 31,600 and have an energy load of 760. I'm going to pop the frames up for you to look at so you can see the stats here. Kind of getting tired writing. My hand, it's starting to hurt. This is a long one.
You're not a total amateur. That takes care of the frontline MTs. That was just the warm-up. Look at
These frames are all great frames for energy-based builds, so Arquebus and Schneider weapons and internals will be your friends. The VPS favors melee a little more and bolsters your defenses, but the VPD has great stability stats and will be great for high-speed range fighting. Whew, alright. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you, Renfrost, for the suggestion. Next week, we're going to be looking at the HAL 826 frame, and then we're going to be looking at the LAM the week after. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you later.